remain calm. Please remain calm.
What happens when your security bot starts having an existential crisis? Your team's emotional baggage explodes mid-mission, and two giant alien bugs decide to get freaky on your only ride off the planet. Yeah, welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master, and this a ride to Murderbot Episode 7. This week's episode throws emotional grenades, unexpected confessions, and literal monster mayhem at our already fragile team. Gurathin's jealousy hits a boiling point. Murderbot is questioning its very existence, and the group somehow survives, thanks to a creature that just wants to protect its eggs. It's chaotic, it's tense, and it might just be the best episode yet. So let's break it all down. Who's falling apart? Who's stepping up? And why a bitter centipede might be the unsung hero of the entire show.
We're trying to help, which didn't help.
Flashback. The party that was actually therapy night. The episode opens a full month before the chaos we've been watching all season. The PreservationAux team is having dinner, celebrating what seems like a successful contract negotiation with the company. It's one of those rare, warm moments in a bleak world, but this flashback isn't just nostalgia, it's insight. This night gives us a window into the team's emotional lives. They're playing a game. Each person shares something sweet and something bitter about another team member. It sounds light, but it quickly gets deep. We learn more about Paradwaj, who confesses she once misread a simple act of kindness from Pinley. Pinley skipped her favorite theater group to attend Paradwaj's lecture. Paradwaj, being a romantic, thought it meant something more. Turns out it didn't, but that moment reveals how deeply she yearns for connection, and how easily she can be hurt by misinterpretation. Then there's Gurathin. This is where things start getting uncomfortable, because Gurathin doesn't just bring up a minor quirk or grievance. He brings up his entire history with Mensah, and it's a lot. Remember, Gurathin was once a spy for the Corporation Rim. Mensah knew that. When she took him in, she made a judgment call based on her read of his moral conflict. She saw the potential for redemption in him, and it worked, sort of. He's loyal now, but not in a healthy way. Instead of learning from her compassion, he's grown possessive over it. That's the problem with Gurathin. He didn't absorb Mensah's empathy. He just decided it was something he wanted all for himself.
We need to leave now.
Gurathin versus Murderbot. Jealousy in all its messy glory. Fast forward to the present, and Gurathin's feelings have curdled into something darker. His rivalry with Murderbot isn't just about trust. It's about identity. It's about being replaced. You can see it in the way he speaks to Murderbot. Every sentence laced with bitterness. Every word testing the boundaries of civility. What really pushes things over the edge is when he accuses Mensah of being in love with Murderbot. It's an absurd moment on the surface. Murderbot, after all, is a construct without emotions. But what it reveals is raw insecurity. Gurathin isn't just afraid of Murderbot's power. He's afraid of what it means to be second best. Afraid that Mensah, the person who once took a chance on him, has found someone or something better. The slip-up comes when Gurathin refers to Murderbot as he instead of it. That one word gives him away. He doesn't see Murderbot as a tool. He sees it as a rival. And that's when it becomes clear. This isn't about Murderbot being dangerous. It's about Gurathin being jealous. Jealous that Murderbot gets to be the hero. Jealous that Mensah seems to understand Murderbot better than she understands him. And maybe, just maybe, jealous that Murderbot has found a way to be useful and wanted without ever asking for it.
I should have downloaded more shows.
Murderbot's existential spiral. While Gurathin is spiraling into envy, Murderbot is dealing with a different kind of crisis. One it doesn't have the tools to fully articulate. From the beginning, Murderbot has insisted it doesn't care. It watches media. It avoids eye contact. It treats humans like annoying children. But in episode 7, that axe starts to crack. The team is on edge. They're scared of Murderbot now that its identity is out in the open. Pinley doesn't trust it. Rathi keeps nervously trying to make peace with awkward jokes. And Murderbot does the last thing it wants to do. It takes off its helmet. Why? To make them feel safe. It's a quiet moment, but one loaded with meaning. Murderbot's not trying to prove anything. It just wants to calm them down, and it respects Mensah enough to make the gesture, but the doubts are still there. When it checks the perimeter after landing, Murderbot has an internal debate. Should it stay? Should it walk off and leave them to figure things out on their own? Should it let the battery run down and become part of the scenery? That's the tragedy. Murderbot doesn't know how to live for itself. It only knows how to serve, protect, and suffer in silence. So it stays. Not because it has to, but because it wants to. And it doesn't know what that says about it. Meanwhile, on the hopper, the team finds a relatively safe place to land and regroup. They need rest, time, and a plan. What they get instead is an unforgettable biology lesson. Giant insectoid creatures begin to approach the hopper. Everyone assumes they're under attack. The tension rises, the team prepares to fight. Then the creatures start mating. Yes, on top of their ship. It's exactly as awkward as it sounds. The team watches in horror, except for Gurathin, who is oddly fascinated and takes it as a scientific marvel. When the mating is done, the creatures leave behind a clutch of fertilized eggs right on the hatch. Cue debate. What do we do with the eggs? Murderbot says leave them. Others are tempted to study them, but before they can reach a decision, something far worse shows up. The ending. When the hunter becomes the prey, an advanced hostile SecUnit attacks. This one's different, smarter, deadlier. It evades Murderbot's threat detection module and takes it by surprise. The team tries to help, but their interference only complicates things. At one point, the enemy SecUnit gets tangled in the egg sac. It doesn't hesitate. It shoots its way out. But in doing so, it makes a fatal mistake. Because the mother, probably the same centipede-like creature, was watching. Within seconds, the creature attacks, tearing through the rogue SecUnit and biting off its head. Just like that, the threat is neutralized, not by the team, not by Murderbot, but by a pissed-off alien mom defending her kids. It's darkly poetic. The humans are spared because, for once, they didn't try to control or dissect something. They simply let nature be, and nature rewarded them by taking care of the real threat.
Fortunately, fate intervened.
Gurathin's collapse. A new crisis. Just when the team starts to breathe again, Gurathin collapses. His injuries, combined with emotional exhaustion, finally catch up to him. The problem? The only place with the equipment to treat him is back at their original habitat, a place that might already be compromised. Going back could mean walking into a trap. Murderbot thinks it's a terrible idea, but once again, the team chooses loyalty over logic. They won't leave Gurathin behind. And so, Murderbot follows. Not because it thinks it'll end well, but because it's too invested to leave them now. What it all means? Episode 7 is one of the richest, most layered episodes of Murderbot yet. It's not just about external threats. It's about the emotional fallout of trust, betrayal, and identity. Gurathin is broken in a very human way. He wants to be valued. He wants to believe Mensah chose him for who he is, not because she felt sorry for him. His jealousy of Murderbot is really just fear. Fear of being forgotten, fear of being replaced. And Murderbot, it's more human than it's willing to admit. It questions itself. It hesitates. It wants things, even if it doesn't know how to want them. And when push comes to shove, it chooses to protect people who don't even fully trust it. Mensah's unwavering belief in Murderbot proves to be the emotional heart of the show. She sees what it doesn't yet understand about itself, that it is capable of compassion, of choice, of growth. She sees Murderbot not as a tool, but as a person, and that changes everything.
They're fighting!
Our nerdy thoughts. Murderbot Episode 7 is a masterclass in character development. It shows us what happens when trust is broken, when jealousy boils over, and when a sarcastic killing machine slowly becomes the reluctant heart of a found family. The climax might involve a giant insect chowing down on a killer robot, but the real action is emotional. It's in the glances, the words left unsaid, the slow realization that caring, no matter how painful, is inevitable. And now, with 3 episodes left, we're heading into the finale with everything hanging in the balance. The team is divided, injured, and outmatched. Murderbot is torn between duty and identity, and whatever awaits them at the habitat could be the final test for all of them. We'll find out soon. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments. Do you trust Gurathin? Is Murderbot growing more human or just more complicated?
I'm the bad guy.
We're going. You can come.